look into it now. That's a large part of why we started the segment on Valentine's Day. My next guest, like I said earlier, she's kind of a celebrity in her own right, a celebrity chef, and we'll talk about her experiences there. But I'd like to welcome in Chef Jenny from the Redfin Crudo and Kitchen. Look at this, and she's got 2 bottles in there.
2 bottles.
Look
That's
at that.
You don't mess around.
Love it. What are these?
These are little RF or Redfin.
That's so cute.
Yeah, we're steampunk inspired, so we always have some cool little fun.
What is it inspired?
Stuff. So our decor is steampunk inspired.
Steampunk.
So we took a lot of things that you necessarily wouldn't utilize and refurbished them. We use old church things for our tables and 100-year-old copper ceiling tiles.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, my husband hated that idea, but it looks beautiful.
So now, I want to get more into the restaurant because that's very cool. But before mentioning her husband, let's do a quick segue there. So there was this rumor out there that this whole restaurant thing between you and your husband started over kind of a Valentine's Day thing, right?
So I've known my husband for a very long time, and he was an executive chef. We fell in love over oysters, and I did the mignette. It had me at hello, and he ran away from me, and it took me almost 10 years of courting him. And on Valentine's Day 6 years ago now, he asked me to marry him after service. So we smelled lovely. So we have an affinity for Valentine's Day.
That's awesome. That's a great story. So there is a great connection there. I like that story. So let's get back. Your food is absolutely driving me crazy too now. So let's get back into the restaurant because your restaurant has gotten all this acclaim and all this wonderful stuff about how there's cute little niches to tuck into, which goes to the romantic side of talking about Valentine's Day, but great spots to go. And it's got a lot of uniqueness like you were just talking about. So kind of finish up that visual of what you were talking about the rest of the restaurant there.
So when we designed the restaurant, we wanted it to be a place where people can come 3-4 times a week. So it's like your kitchen away from home. And that's really what we designed it, but we also wanted it to be fun and exciting, and we believe that you eat with your eyes first. So when the food comes out, we want you to be excited, and then we want you to smell it, and then we want you to go, oh my gosh, what is that? And I need it on my table.
That's happening right now to me. So, all right, so atmosphere-wise, you got it covered, and you guys have knocked it out of the ballpark. Let's talk about your menu and the things you do, because we got a lot of fun stuff to cover, you and I. So
yeah, so we're Spanish-inspired. So we also hit into the Caribbean, and we're an oyster house. So we have local oysters running from all the way from Behm. We dabble a little bit into what we consider the mid part of America, but we have so many wonderful oyster farms here in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. We try to use as local as possible. Our octopus is one of our main staples on our menu.
That's what we got here,
This is our octopus. It is a labor of love. We slow cook this in our own court bouillon for about 4 hours. Yeah, it's our own stock is the easiest way to describe it, people. It's a bunch of yummy stuff thrown in a pot and
Court bouillon.
Court bouillon, yeah.
Oh my God, I actually said it too.
And we wait for the tentacles to basically fall off. We cool that in that actual stock, and then we grill it at service with a lot of with a lemon preserved mojo, and then we have our bean ragu underneath there.
I gotta turn this because you gotta be able to see.
And we brighten it up with, like I said, that lemon mojo just makes it so exquisite.
Joe, we gotta scan in this.
Char.
Look at this bean right here. This is like I love beans and everything. Look at the size of that thing. That's beautiful.
Yeah, they're just exquisite. And we try to use as local product as we can. Obviously, Octopus isn't running around outside our back door. But we do get the 4 to 6 pound Spanish octopus. We're very particular about where we get things from. And then our deviled eggs, which tie right into Valentine's Day because we actually pickle our deviled eggs. I grew up in Amish country, Pennsylvania.
Really?
And yes, that was something my mom could make. She was a horrific cook. Everyone asks how I ended up as a cook. I have no idea. I love her. God rest her soul. She'll admit it 100 days a week. But yeah, those deviled eggs are an homage to my mom. Just kind of stepped up quite a bit.
And they fit the Valentine's Day color, and they're going to the color.
Yes.
And then what's the last piece over here?
And then we have our ceviches. Like I said, we're a crudo, which means raw in Spanish. So that is one of our ceviches that we feature. We do rotate them quite frequently to keep them fresh and interesting and new. And also what's on the market. So sometimes we'll have snappers, sometimes we'll have scallops, sometimes we'll have shrimp. And coming into Valentine's Day, we're gonna have some really fun, exciting stuff coming onto the menu for our tasting menu that we're gonna do.
So for Valentine's Day, how are you running the Valentine's Day?
So we're running Saturday to Saturday,
So literally every day in between.
Every day in between.
Perfect.
We feel that you should probably celebrate Valentine's Day every day,
Hey.
but we're giving you a 7-day period to enjoy yourself.
That's awesome.
So yeah, come in and
She's
join us.
making it easy for you guys. She's making it really easy for you.
Yeah, so we're going to do a 3-course tasting menu,
Okay.
and we're also going to run our surf and turf, which is going to be head-on prawns with a little bit of our churrasco and chimichurri and a boniata puree.
Oh.
So going back to the island kind of inspired
Yeah.
flavors, a little bit of pimentone on there to get
So
that
you have
heat.
some tropical feel to all this.
We'll have a little tropical feel, some of that Spanish influence in there, and then we go, right into our cocktails. We carry it right through to make sure that our food and our cocktails all match.
So let's talk about that. What did you bring here tonight?
Absolutely. So we have 2 different kind of styles here. Obviously, into Valentine's Day, I figured it would be appropriate to bring our sparkling along.
Nice.
This particular one is a French dry sparkling.
Okay.
Absolutely exquisite. This is what I have at the end of the night.
That's awesome. She's got it planned out already.
I've got
for
it all
herself.
planned out. We
That's
have
awesome.
a system, but this is exceptional. This goes with a lot of our food. It's bright, it's lively, it dances on your tongue. That's what our food does for you too. And this is something that's very interesting. This is something that you can't find a lot of places. So this is actually made in Maine.
Okay.
It is a sparkling yeast wine. So it's something a little different, which we like to step out of that comfort zone, but we also like to make sure that the price point of wines and cocktails can also match what you're ordering for the food. So you can come in, you can dine with us several times a week or several times a month. And we're very fortunate. We have a wonderful group of people that come in quite frequently. And they're like, what do you have new? What's exciting? And Adam, who likes to secure our bar menu, does an exceptional job of bringing in great stuff from Sage
Cellars. It doesn't sound like you lack exciting over here.
No, we are.
So we got
Life's
to
too
taste.
short.
We got to taste a little bit of this because this is unique. We got to try that.
Absolutely.
One. So as she's getting into, we're going to try this one. So as we get into that and talking about unique over there, you've had some.
Woo!
Look at that. You've had some.
I got a
unique-
little warm there.
That's all right. That's nice. You've had some unique things that you've been a part of.
I have, yes.
So let's talk about MasterChef.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, before we talk about MasterChef, now that she's poured this for
I know,
me-
you have to try
Wait,
it.
before she, I want to get into this. You like my pen? You see this pen? Where'd you say you were from?
Tantalizing. I was born and raised in Amish country, Pennsylvania. My mom was an armchair quarterback. Don't crucify me.
Oh, so you like the pin.
Patriots Nation.
So you like this pin. See, she really likes my
But
pin.
I'm a bird fan.
Oh,
Bird fan.
that's
But
right.
it'll be a good banter.
Everybody has their faults. What are we going to do?
I know,
So-
everybody has things that, we
Okay.
fall short on. We fall short on.
Only kidding.
That's okay.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Enjoy.
All right, so while I'm enjoying this, she's going to talk about MasterChef because this is very cool.
So the first question everyone usually asks me is Gordon Ramsay like that on a regular basis? Everyone out there, honestly, every great chef is very intense in the kitchen. We want right? Isn't it amazing? And we want you to have the best dining experience. So we expect and demand from our staff the best. And in a very short amount of time, you have to articulate that. He articulates it a little different than some, but I will say working under him and learning under him was amazing. And outside the kitchen, he's probably one of the nicest gentlemen you'll ever meet.
Really?
I did some things in Philadelphia with him with a live audience, and he literally stayed and signed every single person's book, paper, whatever they wanted, pictures,
That's
and
excellent.
was lovely about it. So I think they always see that kind of intense person that if you come to a kitchen that is putting out exceptional food and exceeding those expectations like our kitchen tries to, we're very intense, we're very thorough, we're very demanding on the best experience for the guest.
And I think that makes sense. That's the passion in it. And that's what I always hear about Gordon Ramsay is the passion. He's so passionate.
Very passionate. Joe Bastianich scares the living daylights. I love Lydia. I've had the opportunity to cook for her. She's an amazing
We've had
woman.
Lydia
I
on the show
get
here.
it.
We've had her on the
Is
show.
she not
She's
just
awesome.
lovely?
She's a
She's
sweetheart.
so lovely.
Yep.
But cooking, we got to cook for Gordon's mom, Graham Elliott's mom, and Lydia. And you want to talk about some intimidating ladies that raised some unbelievable restaurateurs and chefs. That's an intimidating situation.
But you won.
I did.
You won this.
I did.
So another fine representation of Rhode Island, we're forgetting the Pennsylvania part for a while. Another fine representation of Rhode Island winning this. I think that's fantastic. And they were intense people. I mean, Mr. Bastanich, Joe, and Gordon, they're really intense people to do, and you've got to impress them a lot in order to come that far.
Yeah, I mean, the whole premise of the show is that you're a home cook. So I competed against 30,000 people, quite frankly, before I even got to the show.
Wow.
Then 100, then down to 30. 30. And then when it came to the last 5, I was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? I had to pinch myself. But you know what? I was an athlete all my life. I went in with the intention of that. I was focused, laser focused, studied, really put my mind to it.
That's
and honestly, I made some of the best friends of a lifetime. I was in several weddings and still keep in touch with a lot of them. Some of them are coming down for a special event that we have going on.
So that's what we're going to lead into. Before she goes, we got to bring this up. So this whole thing that you've made a lot of relationships, a lot of friendships,
Yes.
but you also have this passionate mindset about giving back.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about this announcement that you have to make, or what you're going to be doing.
So we're excited that we're going to do our first annual Redfin Gives Back, and it's going to be March 8th. And it's going to be a 5-course tasting menu with wines from Sage Cellars. Thank you so much to them. And it is going to benefit adoption and foster care of Rhode Island. Something that's close to my heart. My grandparents met in an orphanage. My dad adopted me when I was 7. And I can't say enough about the families that take the time to really mold and shape the future. So we want to give back. So we have some chef friends that I'm so excited to call chef friends that are coming in from Food Network, some from California. I have somebody coming from Bar Rescue. We're hoping that we have a surprise celebrity chef coming from the Boston area. We're trying to get him down if he can clear his schedule. And we have a few people coming in from MasterChef. So I'm pretty excited. It'll be an awesome evening, very interactive, limited seats. But you can call us and get on.
What's the date of this?
March 8th.
March 8th. So you got a little bit of time, not long, but you got a little bit of time to
Perfect
make sure.
Valentine's gift if you haven't gotten something yet.
That's a good point. There you go. But that's a lot of chefs. That's a lot of people that you're coming in for.
It is a lot of chefs. And we have our very own LaDiva Jones, who is hosting the event for the evening. We're so thrilled. I couldn't ask for a better group of human beings to do this event with. And
awesome.
It'll be a fun night. It'll be a night that you'll remember. And you'll be like, remember when we did this? We have to do this type of thing again. So
Now, the information, people can find this where?
you can find it on our website, www.redfincrudo.com. We're also on Eventbrite. But if you just give us a ring at the restaurant, we'll make sure we take care
Now,
of
is
you.
the restaurant doing just that event for the evening, or is that?
Yep, we're
Okay,
just
so
that
you-
event for the evening. So like I said, it's very limited seating, and we're gonna have interaction with the chefs. So they'll actually be out of the kitchen,
That's so cool.
talking to you, pouring your wine, having you ask questions, what's this guy like, or who's
So,
like this to work with?
I got to tell you, that interaction makes such a huge, huge difference. So you and I were speaking. I was just at Sun Wine Fest this past weekend,
Yes.
and the chefs there were doing the same thing. The winemakers were doing the same thing. They were out there interacting with the guests, talking about what they're serving, what it goes good with. That's a really, really important thing. And for the type of people that you're bringing in, I think it's going to not only impress you, but it's going to leave you feeling a little bit better about the cause you're also supporting for them.
Yeah.
So, and that cause, congratulations. That's really, really nice of you guys to be doing that.
Absolutely.
That's an
It's
excellent
the smallest thing that we can do to give back. And we're very honored that we're able to do that, and excited. And hopefully this will be something we'll be able to continue every year. Pick a new charity and a new cause and give back to Rhode Island because they've given so much to us.
Well, so this could be the first of many things that you'll see.
Absolutely.
The first of many. Well, congratulations to you guys on not only your success, but the things you're doing to give back and your style. This is a very cool, unique concept, and you guys have excelled at it. So you got a lot of exciting stuff going on over there. Sunday, I'm not going to talk to you about the Super Bowl anymore, but Sunday,
We'll talk after.
We'll talk
The
after.
Birds win.
We'll talk after for sure. Now we're going to really talk after, because now there'll be some social media going back and forth. Well, thank you for making the time, Chef. I
Always a
really, really
pleasure.
appreciate you coming in. Then we will. I'm hoping I'm going to go to this dinner, so I'm going to try to arrange with you to go there because it sounds very cool.
You got
So the
it.
girls will help you out. Thank you again for bringing this. It was
My
fantastic.
pleasure. And I'm going to take this.
Yeah, Detroit. I love this. Yeah. Good Finn. Thank you, Taylor. Okay. All right. A couple more things. There you go. That's ours too. All right. So, as I get ready now, we're going to make this transition to go to Super Bowl, talking about Jenny's team.